Hey guys, and welcome. My name is Darenk -1, and today we're gonna talk about traits or virtue traits. Just a continuation of my tutorial series. I don't know why comment analysis thing is over here. We're gonna talk about what virtues you want to have, which ones are useful. This is focused for level 100. When I level, I don't care about virtues. I just leave them there. Whatever I get, whatever I have the highest, I put in. Whatever gives me the most value, basically. But once you hit level 100, you really want to think about which virtues are the best. And now, especially with your essence armor, which you might want to think about what complements me the best in terms of virtues. So there's a lot of virtues, all of these. And it's not even that there's a lot of them, they're just really annoying to get. That is the really annoying part. It's just getting the virtues is like, ugh. So you really want to focus on the 5 that you want, ignore the rest. So what do you want to focus at? What do you want? It changes almost every update. That some virtues are better than other virtues. You want morale? Do you want resistance rating? Do you want mitigations? Well, with essence, it really matters. It's a little bit easier, I think, to figure out which virtues you want, because now you can think these 5 spots are just 5 essence spots again. So you want to pick. That is my opinion. You might have a different opinion. I think you want to pick virtues that give you the best value versus an essence. So, for example, if you hurt for morale, if you really cannot get any morale essence, you want to pick the traits that have morale in it. So, like I did on my Runekeeper here, Minstrel. You want to pick, Zeal. It gives you 517 morale. The physical mitigation is nice too. The armor value 285, 500 morale, and then Valor gives me another 500 morale. So that's 1000 morale. And if I think about this, that's actually really bad value. If I have 1 supreme morale essence, I get 891 morale. It takes me 2 spots here. The physical mitigation doesn't matter that much. And the might really doesn't matter for me. I mean, what does might give us? Block and parry. Ooh, yeah. So, but I don't have that many supreme morale. I want to keep my morale is of certain levels. My mini, I want to keep it around 24k. That's why I put those in there. But think that way. If you have unlimited amount of morale essences, really, you don't want to have Zeal or Valor. You want something that is better than an essence. These two are not better than essence. 1 morale essence is better than 517 morale, 923 physical mitigation, 285 armor value. Period. I hope you understand where I go from. So the first thing you might think about is, what do I need here? If you are fully geared, it's easiest to pick what you want. If you're fully geared, and you'd say your crit rating is not max. My crit rating is not max. I'm missing 0.4%. Well, maybe you want something that gives you extra crit rating. Something, for example, gives you fate. So you might pick Idealism, which gives you 114 fate, 1600 resistance rating, and 57 will, which is pretty good. If I would pick a fate essence, which I should not have a fate essence in here, but I might have a will essence. A fate essence will give you 139 fate, 17 vitality. This one will give you 114 fate, it's less, but it also gives you will and resistance rating. So overall, it will come out to a little bit more. Idealism is better than 1 fate essence, supreme fate. Same thing with will, wisdom. I'm my main stat is will. I get tactical mastery, physical mastery, tactical mitigation, resistance rating. I don't care if physical, but all 3 the other ones are good. So 117 will and 984 resistance is better than 1 supreme will. So wisdom is pretty good. Other ones that are good in the value versus the opponent essence is charity. 3271 resistance is more than a supreme resistance essence will give, which I forgot how much it will give you. I don't know if I have one in my vault or not. No. Do you have a greater one? Greater resistance? No. Wow, actually surprises me. What does the minor resistance give you? Like 1600, I think 2300 is what the greater gives you. So this is vastly better than an essence. So a lot of people will actually trade charity now, especially if you're a tank or something. But also if you're a healer, resisting a bleed can be very useful. So a charity is actually very good and something to think about. Compassion, physical mitigation, 1500 physical mitigation. If you look at what a supreme physical mitigation gives you, or tactical mitigation, they're the same. 2700. 1500. It doesn't even compare. This is vastly inferior to a supreme essence. So I would not trade this one. Confidence, again, I would actually, thinking about it, might be better than some of the other ones. 3000 resistant, 114 will. I would also argue that it's almost as good as wisdom. Very good one. I would actually argue, thinking about it, it's better than my honor here. What's my tactical mitigation? I gotta see if the max there. Yeah, I'm on max. 40% is the max. If I put that in. I dropped too low. So no, I gotta keep that honor in there. So that's kind of how you want to play around and see when you need to switch something or not. Determination, if you're in agility class, it's good. It gives you a little bit morale, gives you more agility, which gives you more physical mastery, and it's better than agility essence. So determination is good. Discipline is very good too for might class or tank especially, because it gives you resistance, physical mitigation, and might. All good things for a tank. It basically gives you a free essence of might plus a smaller essence of resistance. So that's a very good one. Good value. So you're looking for things that give you good value. This one, empathy, doesn't give you really good value. On 19, 855 armor value. So if you look what armor does, in case you don't know. All armor does, it adds to your common mitigation and to your non-common mitigation. So your physical mitigation, basically, and your tactical mitigation. Which, you get a lot easier with mitigation essences. So this one, bad value overall. Fidelity, honestly, is a bad value. I should put in a mitigation somewhere if I had the spot. So right now I have it in here because it gives me 1500 tactical mitigation. But again, if I put in a supreme tactical mitigation one, which gives me 2700, it's much better. So I actually should look in replacing Fidelity with something else. It used to be one of the best ones because you do get, but the Vitality does nothing for me and the Power does nothing for me. So really everything I get out of there is the 1500 tactical mitigation, which I need right now to max it. But if I have a Supreme in there somewhere, I could put in my Confidence, for example, and get more will and get a little bit more, tactical mastery and stuff. Fortitude also, I think, is a bad one. Again, those are not maxed, but even if you're maxed, you can go to the Lotro wiki and look at them all maxed. Honesty is a horrible one, plus 222 power, 513 morale, and 38 fate. It's just nothing worth in there. No, don't take this. Honor, I like a lot. 3271 resistance rating, which again is better than a supreme resistance. You can also get tactical mitigation, and then the morale doesn't really matter. But so this one has a very good value. It's better value than one supreme essence. Idealism, we talked about it a little bit. It's like a good mix. It's not bad. What I would do is, if I had another spot here, I probably should replace some of my rings here. It's been a while since I really put work into this guy. Like, I should replace this ring with an essence gear ring and then put a supreme tactical mitigation in there, get rid of the honor, not of the honor, of the fidelity, and put in idealism or confidence for more resistance. Resistance is really nice. Justice is horrible. 214 in combat morale region. So what that means is you get 240 morale every minute. That is horrible. 259 morale. It's horrible. 510 non-combat morale regen, who cares? Horrible trait. Loyalty, pretty bad too. 114 vitality, power, and armor value you get if you're a tank. It's the only time you're interested if you get the +5 morale from it. But you will get more morale and more value out of a zeal or valor, and you also get more from a supreme essence. So loyalty, bad one. Mercy, I would argue, is a bad one too. Even if you get it all the way up, the only one who would be interested in maybe a warden or a burglar. But again, the amount you get is so bad compared to the supreme essence that I wouldn't worry about this one. Patience, same thing. The resistance and physical mitigation you get out of it, just not worth it. Innocence is a good one for a tank, especially because it gives you. It's not as good as a supreme essence alone, like a resistant essence, a physical mitigation one, a technical mitigation, but it gives you all three of those. So for a tank, it's pretty good. You get your physical mitigation, you get your resistance rating, and you get your technical mitigation. Combine all of those, you get more value out of this than out of one supreme essence. So innocence is pretty good. Tolerance, again, if you're an agility class and you don't want to put a supreme, what is it again? Technical mitigation there, you can use it because you also get some agility. It's not horrible. Overall, it's better than one supreme because you get both agility and technical mitigation. It's just a little bit worse in terms of agility and agility essence, but you get the technical mitigation there. So tolerance is actually decent. And then we already talked about valor. If you're a tank, you need that extra morale. Like, I want to stay over 24k, I'll put it in. But if I had another supreme morale essence, I would rather use that and get rid of this and put in, my, okay. So what I mean is, for example, what do I have in here? Supreme Essence of Will. Well, I have Val in here for the morale. I could get 839, or what is it again? Oh my god, I forgot. 891 morale from a Supreme Morale. So if I would put a Supreme Morale in here instead, I could get rid of this and then compensate the 139 will I lose with, idealism, for example, or with confidence, and basically almost get the same, but also get the resistance, and I would be in much better shape. So that's what I mean. When you pick your virtues, think about, how you gear your guy, which virtues give you more value than a Supreme Essence. And then if something gives you more value than a Supreme Essence, put that in and replace that Supreme Essence with, physical or tactical mastery, whatever you need, or more crit rating, more finesse, or something, whatever you're missing. If you can replace it with something like this, you can replace it over here and put something else in. So that will is a perfect example. If I could replace this will for morale, I could switch this one out and put in, this one, lose a little bit of will, but gain so much resistance, which can help me quite a bit in, some of the tier 2 stuff. Or I can put in idealism, lose a little bit of will, but, max out my crit rating. Or I could put in, which one was good as well? The confidence? No, confidence was horrible. There was something else where I was like, yeah, it's not bad. I could put in innocence, and, well, my mitigations are already topped, so. I hope you get the idea. You can check the wikis to see, what you get when you max them all out. And then just, pick and switch. It's pretty easy. As long as, the morale ones are always good. But, try to max out your mitigations. Try to max out your resistance. Well, not max out your resistance, but try to get a good resistance. Try to max out your crit rating, maybe. And then, the rest, just pick and choose whatever fits the best to your character. If you want, you can, in the comments, ask me and everybody else who may be watching and know something about this, which virtues are the best for your character. Again, leveling, I don't worry about them too much, and then 100, I just try to pick whatever gives me the most value. So, charity is a good one. Let's go with what I think is a good one for Runekeeper. I think wisdom is good, zeal is good if you need the morale, charity is very good because of the resistance value, confidence is good because of the resistance and the will. Fidelity, if you need the mitigation, is okay. Honor is good because of the resistance mitigation. Idealism is good. Resistance, fate, will I mean, that's all three things that you need. I probably will switch that around. Innocence is always good if you need it. Yeah, so those would be my values, my picks. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, let me know what you think. If you need any help, just put it in a comment, and I'll see you next time.